Well, my friends, it's time to follow the money. And no, I'm not talking about the dirty money flowing into the Biden family. I'm talking about the millions of dollars breaking loose now and flowing into the coffers of the former President Donald Trump. It seems the naysayers and the fence sitters have seen enough of Joe Biden and have seen the endless polls putting Trump farther and farther ahead. So now they're putting the money where their mouths are. Less than 50 days now until the Iowa caucuses, 49 days. And on the Republican side, it's by any measure a complete blowout. Former President Donald Trump cruising with a 50-point lead, give or take, over Governor Ron DeSantis and Ambassador Nikki Haley, running so far behind they have almost zero chance of ever catching up. And despite the openly anti-Trump governor over in New Hampshire, Chris Sununu, the numbers in the Granite State are great for Trump, too, which he'll also win going away. Bet on it. In fact, the nomination by the GOP of the 45th president to become the 47th president is becoming so likely that many mega donors that at one time had soured on him are coming back, and they're bringing their money back with them, too, and a whole lot of it. I mean, these are the real money men of D.C. showing up with mountains of cash because they say the idea of Joe Biden getting reelected at this age of, 106 is out of the question. They know he's already totally incompetent and incapable of doing the job now. And they know one more day of Joe Biden in the White House past January 20th of 2025 would mark the end of what's left of America. And they're not going to stand for it. One of those big money men leading the charge back into the MAGA land bliss is Bernie Marcus. You probably remember the name. He's the co-founder of Home Depot. He previously had said he would not support Trump any longer. But in a shock op-ed earlier this month on Real Clear Politics, Marcus said the stakes are simply too high. And that means right now the choice is simple. Re-elect Donald Trump as the 47th president of the United States. Another mega donor that had been on the sidelines is oil and gas tycoon Harold Hamm, who earlier this year told the Financial Times the events of January the 6th simply separated a whole lot of people from Trump and that the party needed younger and chaos-free candidates in the race. In fact, Hamm, like many others, had donated to some of Trump's rivals like DeSantis and Haley. But he also came to the realization that Trump is not getting derailed, and without a legal way to prevent him from securing the nomination, he is on the road right now to secure both the nomination and the presidency again. Hamm was among the mega donors that are coming around to the realization the time to bicker is over. The time to get behind the Trump train is now. According to ABC News, a recent Mar-a-Lago event raked in over $6 million in just one night. And new fundraisers are charging almost $25,000 a ticket for a chance to shake the hands of the former president and have your picture taken, too. Yeah, the money train is rolling on. It certainly is. Meanwhile, on the other side of the tracks, the wrong side of the tracks, Joe Biden is struggling to spit out a coherent sentence most days. He's mired in platitudes, trying to pacify both sides in the Gaza war, watching as the country is invaded by millions of illegal aliens with no end in sight, and trying his level best to deliver gaslighting at an Olympic level, while trying to tell everyone how wonderful Bidenomics is for the average American. Oh, Bidenomics. In politics, the old saying is this: if you're explaining, you're losing. And a whole lot of Democrats are doing a whole lot of explaining lately, including Joe Biden. But they're also lying. But of course, I think you knew that. Here's an example.
Well, this past week, as Americans gathered around their own kitchen tables for Thanksgiving dinner, that was our goal, to give them a little more breathing room. And together, we made progress. You know, from turkey to air travel to tank of gas, costs went down. They went down.
You know, it is remarkable. It is how hard they're willing to work when it comes to selling you the Bidenomics snake oil. And how great it is for all the boys and girls. Yeah, Bidenomics is the future. Okay, credit card debt, defaults on mortgages, car loans, all at record levels. People are losing their tails. And yet they keep right on insisting Bidenomics is great. It's working so well. Yeah, Joey. Costs, of course, didn't go down. But they think you're really that stupid. Here's more gaslighting from old Joe himself. Listen.
In fact, as a share of earnings this Thanksgiving, dinner was the 4th cheapest ever on record. I want you all to know that. I look at all the press, look at that. The press is particularly excited about that, I can see.
Easy, Joe. Don't tip over. Of course, that's a lie. They think you're that stupid because the price of food is something Joe Biden and almost every politician in Washington simply don't need to worry about.